Welcome to Overwatch. Welcome to another episode of Probe the Many. Today we're going to go right into it. We're going to look at British Hurricane versus Osh-Tekk Warriors. This, of course, is Broncos GG production. Oh god, that is blurry. I don't know who was doing production, but my lord, that frame rate that bit rate does not look right. So it's been a little while, but the Overwatch meta hasn't changed too much, although Nesh seems to be running the Soldier 76. I think this is actually played on the previous patch and not on the current patch, so that's actually a little bit unusual, shall we say. Offers some interesting choices, though. British Hurricane not playing with Mikey at this point, just using Kib instead on the Brigitte, playing a relatively simple comp of the old triple support, double tank. Like, this is a very tanky, brawly comp. Meanwhile, this is much more around like rotations. Mostly going to be peeling around for Kassar plays. Let's just call him Kassar. Mostly going to be peeling around for him, trying to get him in positions to do stuff on the McCree. This is like a very much a McCree, please carry us style of comp. British Hurricane, a lot more around, like a lot more mobile, actually pretty good at brawling as well. It's a good all-round comp, just a lot less burst damage. But no surprise to see both teams just jockeying for position over the point at this moment, just to try and establish a little bit of position. They've both got like medium to long range shots available to them. Nice overhead shot. Interesting choice to go for the stun there with no follow-up. That was actually a good opportunity maybe to get something on the back of that, but unfortunately it doesn't manifest. Like, that is the advantage of the McCree Brigitte comp, is that it's very difficult to like push into that because of the two stuns. It's very easy to punish people, but it's also going to be very difficult to sort of jump on the soldier with all the healing that he has available to him. So nice little early start here for British Hurricane. They've actually done a good job of just mustering themselves onto the point as well, so they're going to flip it and then probably just like play from where they are at the moment. They've sort of compressed the enemy team. It feels like Osh-Tekk need to just do something, and they're not doing anything at the moment. They're just letting Hurricane sort of take initiative. Kib gets caught out, and this is sort of what I was talking about. Just like this narrow alleyway, they've got two stuns available to them. Kib goes in, gets stunned out, and then just dies. Like, it's a very, very dangerous comp to sort of jump yourself into. So they're going to need to play from a little bit of a distance. Attack Visor going in. They do have a Diva, so honestly they could just run him down. Yeah, they're just going to do that. They're going to use the sound barrier to commit and just flip the point. Probably not too much issue. Interesting to see them. Actually, Hurricane are going to go for this. I kind of like this choice. I tend to like it when teams do make a brawl of these closer fights and actually start like committing resources on the counter. This is sort of a nice job by Fusions just to like pressure out and push people away. So we'll just keep the team up and running. Got enough time as well for Bokken to get the ultimate up and running, and they're going to do a retake here because Fusions just went huge. I mean, this goes on to what I've been saying a lot lately, which is the Winston ult is a lot better than it's ever been, right? Winston ult is actually pretty good now. Not only just in terms of knocking people off, but just in terms of the damage it puts out at the moment. It's really quite strong. Actually curious as to, like, one thing that's sort of confusing me here is British Hurricane lost their main damage source, right? They lost Nesh, which is like a huge chunk of the damage. Osh-Tekk Warriors technically still have their McCree, but he's just a little bit too far forward. Yeah, he's just out of position. This is why these McCree comps, it is so vital that McCree plays inside the team and plays with the team, because if he doesn't, he's just going to die. Alright then. So Osh-Tekk going to re-engage. They have some tools. I mean, they're going to have a Transcendence into a sound barrier, which is actually quite a good position, especially when you are using something like Deadeye. It's a good deploy of the Deadeye. A little bit early, perhaps, out of Funny Astro there, but seems to be going okay. Nice kill on Fusions. How did they get this on Fusions? Looks like they just used the Deadeye to like go and just run on him. He didn't get the sound barrier either, so he just gets caught out on his own. And down he goes. Now it's Visto's turn to get something done, but he's just getting drilled and focused. There's the trance, though. We'll keep him up and running. Osh-Tekk should just win this fight pretty comfortably. Like, I don't understand the sound barrier. That to me, I think is like the fight losing moment. Is this early sound barrier? Maybe Funny Astro is worried that someone was gonna get dead-eyed. I don't know. Yeah. Fusions almost takes it, but because now Osh-Tekk can just sort of wait, and then they can just use their trance and just sort of out-ult the fight. And that's that battle done. It's not the end of the world. I mean, British Hurricane are in a pretty good place. I like this rundown from Osh-Tekk where they're just killing off everybody, stalling out the spawns as long as possible, gives them a little bit more time. Very much time is the essence. Kib brings out the Widowmaker. I think that's just to stop being spawn camped. I imagine he's going to go right back, yeah. So he's just done that just to pressure them away from the spawn. They do have like a Visor coming out. Visor isn't the greatest ult in the world though. It's okay, but it's not amazing. A lot of good pressuring happening though. This is honestly playing into Hurricane's hands, I think, here. Now Hurricane is just getting a lot more bang for the buck out of this at this specific moment. So they will commit. Beautiful use of the Diva ult just to bounce that away. Pressure in the Brig, and there we go. Like, this is the wages of this sort of grouping here. And because McCree, like, if McCree can't be here, right? The issue is, like, you can't put your McCree here because then they just run on him and kill him. So McCree's somewhere far away, and then they're just shredding all of this stuff and shredding, like, the Brigitte and putting tons of damage. So all of these guys are now hitting cooldowns. Lucio, I think, has used Amp It Up and all that kind of stuff. Barriers have dropped low. Brigitte's barriers dropped low. And so now they can just drill Brigitte, and she's going to go down eventually. This is just textbook good positioning out of Spitfire. Spitfire out of Hurricane. Maybe we should have Spitfire, which is just play from behind the point, sort of surround the point. And they have flipped it, which is just good for them. Like, even if they lose this fight now, they do need to pressure out this McCree. They can't let him just get away with shooting like this. But this is Hurricane. Like, Hurricane should just stall this, honestly, I think. Like, they could just pull back as long as they don't flip the point. This is okay. Oh, they flipped it. Does manage to get the boop. I mean, this is where Funny Astro shrines. This is where he shines. He is a Lucio main. Something of a Lucio one trick by reputation. They do have the sound barrier to re-engage, but Osh-Tekk have one of their own, so they should be okay. As long as Lorp Q8 doesn't just fall over dead. He brings it out, touch too late. They've already lost the McCree, and this should just go Hurricane's way. Feels like Hurricane's just a lot tighter in what they're doing. Like, they are positioning a little bit better. They are, like, they're moving in together as a team, pressuring, and then acting upon that pressure. It's like textbook stuff. It's textbook stuff. And so this should be a first round go to Hurricane. There you go. With the Soldier 76. It's an interesting one. I'm pretty sure this is played on OPR, which means that it's previous patch, not current patch. So yeah, it's interesting to see. So they're going to go for the Sombra Doomfist. This is sort of the comp that's drifting around meta, especially on this patch. Just because, like, the Doomfist, like, the Sombra can point something out, hack something, and set some kills up nicely for the Doomfist. The Doomfist should always know what he's jumping into, as long as communication's being done right. So yeah, like, this has sort of become meta. This is a counter comp to that, but not really as well. Like, the Roadhog causes some issues for Doomfist, in that he, like, just bounces, like, Doomfist can bounce him around all over the place, but it does make Doomfist's life harder. The issue with this comp is that you just run goats and you win. So, if Hurricane loses this fight, I'll be shocked if they don't just swap to goats and play from there. Thank you, Orobot. Very appreciated. This is also nice for Hurricane, just to take this position. Like, when you have the Sombra and you can just get her into position straight away, that's always a good thing. Quartet runs straight on point, but they lose a Lucio. That's the target you want. There's the issue with Kib just exploding, but they've taken the point, but they're surrounded and just getting drilled on. Losing that one support as well is a huge problem. They should just go and capitalize on this beauty of a nade from Bok. I've heard it being called Bok 1, I've heard it being called Bokken, and I've heard it being called Bok. Hack on the Moira as well, she's going to deny that. But the grenade, like, the grenade put this fight to bed. Lucio's back, but he's just gonna go away straight away.
I don't think fusions even needed this primal rage. They're pretty set in stone for British Hurricane there, and it was all secured.
This is a real nice start. Like, Osh-Tekk Warriors comp can still kind of work. They really need to, like, you're really relying on the Roadhog fishing for a hook, and you need to not get your Coalescence EMP'd. And I think that's what's going to happen in this fight. Is they just, like, Hurricane should just EMP, and then they should just win. There it is. Don't use anything else unless you really need it. Perfect fight. Absolutely perfect fight. And so next fight, British Hurricane, they can either nano Kib or they can nano fusions, and they should just be able to win off that. Osh-Tekk don't really have a good solution to this anymore. Notice that the Roadhog has built 0 ultimate charge. He's just not doing anything at this point because Kib's not an idiot.
But they could also apply it to Kib, who can get even more engagement damage onto these large targets for even more burst.
So let's see how it goes. Oh, so everyone runs on the point. Anti-heal grenade is a beauty, and yeah, there's the Nano Winston. Just goes in, cleans up. Like, this is rotation comp in a nutshell. If you aren't familiar with rotation comp, it's called rotation comp because you basically play rotating 2 primary ults, which is the EMP and the Nano Boost. These are the linchpins of this comp, right? You need you either use the EMP and then you win a fight on EMP, or you use Nano Boost and win a fight from Nano Boost. Every other ult is then used to just sort of accent to that, like add accents to it, and just like make sure that the fights are won. But you want to have those 2 ults available for every single fight. So now the Nano fight is done. Well, now it's the EMP fight. EMP, Diva Bomb, simple combo, easy kill. Right, it's not complex. This is something Kib does, by the way, that I've noticed. Just like watching him a lot. And I'm super curious as to why. Like, I need to just freaking ask him because he doesn't use his ultimate ever to engage. Doesn't use his ultimate ever to like jump on people or land on people. He always uses it to land on high ground. He will always do that. Even if there's no Brigitte on the enemy team or anything like that. Maybe he just thinks it's too predictable landing in the middle of stuff, or he just doesn't trust in it. But I've never seen him like use an offensive Doomfist ult. He'll always use it to get to a high ground position and then drop down on people. Do they play the gameplay out? I imagine they will. Whoop. Huge. It's one. Did you get another one? Nope, he's just doing damage. Oh, he might get another one. Yep. There's another Diva dead. Leg day Trid. Casting from the house. So wait, Trid is wearing a Norway. What is this? What is this? What is this? Excuse me? This is Finnish. This is a Finland shirt as well. What? Disgusting, lads. Disgusting. Shameful. It didn't let me send a message. So sad. What is your message, or about what would you have sent? Rotation comp. So who should Anna prioritize? Winston is always a good one. Like, you either do Winston or Doomfist, but Winston's the safest. Winston just works. British Hurricane with an older school style of play here. Double projectile. So with this comp, like, you've got a lot of power here in terms of ultimates. Like, you try and build Kib as fast as possible. I imagine Mercy's just going to, like, plug Kib with a lot of extra damage, and then they're just going to play around Riptides. And just go from there. Meanwhile, Osh-Tekk tees in the goats. Looks like it's Moira goats. So this is going to be an interesting one. A lot of this is just going to be on Kib. If Kib builds a very fast Riptire, they can win this. If not, then Goats will just start snowballing. The issue with Goats is that Goats kind of sucks on second. Like, there's just a lot of high ground that you can just get shot from all the time. So, yeah. It's time for Goats. Goats o'clock. And like the number that we're looking at is this one. It looks like they're going to go around. So this is the standard pathing for goats at the moment on this map, which is you just go all the way around. You take cafe, and this basically tries to push them off high ground. Kib's got bugger all so far. This is actually a really nice adaptation to this from British Hurricane, which is just like staying on the taller high ground. I noticed that they put nothing on cafe. They all just stayed on that main central high ground. Because this is a really obnoxious position to be fighting from. That's a huge kill. Losing the Moira super early is a big deal. Hafakal is the only one to really drop down here. Should be the only one. I'm surprised Fusions drops down. But he can actually get back on that high ground pretty quickly. I really like this positioning, actually, out of Hurricane. That's really cool. Because it's an easy place to reset from as well. And now they're going to have ults. And now they're going to be ready to do stuff. And even if they lose one person here, they have the res as well, which is actually a bigger deal than you would expect. Because it means that no one's going to be like running back, so they can't just get run in on by goats again. Quote 4, your message is no, kick his ass. Alright, slow him down, get the grenades in. And I'm curious, like, it's interesting because Osh-Tekk haven't adapted to this positioning at all. Right, they're just doing the same thing again. They're just letting the cooldowns come back up, and then they're going to just storm onto point, and then what? Like, I'm curious as to what their follow-up to this is. Looks like they're just going to try and speed up the stairs, maybe? Oh, that's a big kill. That's more than enough. And honestly, Osh-Tekk just need to get the hell out. Yeah, they cannot stay in. They have to back away. They don't want to give Kiev any more chance to build up more ults. I'd be very surprised now if British Hurricane don't just Dragon Strike when they come in. Because I imagine Osh-Tekk are going to do the same thing for the third time in a row, and they're just going to put a Dragon through it. And there goes the Dragon. So just they actually adapt, they go straight to point. That's nice. Like, this is the first adaptation we've seen out of them, and that's a good thing. Supercharger doing work. There's the trance. Kib's getting kills. Will still win out. So I think Osh-Tekk can't win this just by taking point. Like, I love the adaptation they made, right? The Dragon Strike from Nesh was an okay one. It was an okay idea. Where he's going to try and cut off the pathway that they're going to go through. The issue is Osh-Tekk reacted and went straight to point. And honestly, they should probably just be doing this anyway. Just going straight to point from this place and then going up. Because I don't think they can win a fight just by standing on point. Like, there's no win condition there for them. They just get drilled from high ground. Because this routing works a lot better for them on against this position. And then with the trance, it's just too much. And even the one kill that they get with a charge, well, it just gets rezzed, because that's Mercy. And now British Hurricane can do the same again. They've got a Riptire, 1 minute to go. This is a nice Hollywood. Like, they've clearly scrimmed against goats. They know what they're doing. Came into this one with a plan, and it's working. Alright, what's happening now? Same pathing. I mean, Kib's even like, there's little adaptations happening here that I freaking love, which is like, okay, they're going through the same path every single time. I'm kind of hoping that Kib already has his mine in this position. That's what I'm trying to look for at the moment. Is that if the mine is like already there. It looks like they're trying to pull people into the trap, by the way. He's got a trap set here, so they're trying to use the pull to get him into it. But honestly, like, Kib can just set traps here, I think, and be fine.
Yeah, the winning switch has been flipped. Nice halt there to shut down some movement from Osh-Tekk, and they're going.
And there's the Riptire. They sped to high ground as well, using the Brigitte ult. That's pretty nice. Earthshadow is good, but only gets one. There's no follow-up. There's the Dragon Strike right through the sound barrier as well. That's going to rip that away. D.Va gets melted as well. Bit of a panic ult there. I'm curious as to how you beat this. Like, I'm trying to think of like how do you win against this? I don't think the answer is go Hammond. Maybe you just send D.Va up and you just like you put a bubble on D.Va and you just send D.Va to go and try and push some people off the high ground.
Moving, or rather, Jazz are now moving over to the wrecking ball to be able to get back to that point. Quick time.
So you just like whip through.
That tracer as well. Now the only tool once again is Kassar plays with
I think the Hammond's just gonna get wrecked on the high ground.
They're holding them off of the point, but they're sitting.
Because the thing with the Orisa as well, like you notice that there's only been one grav. That's Orisa. Orisa does that to Graviton Surges. Orisa really messes those up. So, like, Orisa denies Zarya a lot of charge and a lot of ability to do things. So, yeah, it's just like they don't get the grav win condition either. D.Va's been forced to use D.Va Bomb in all sorts of places, and this is just nice out of Hurricane. Full dive, yeah, I think you either swap off goats and you go something else, which you could absolutely do. You could even go Pharah against this. Like, the only answer they have to you is a Hanzo if you just go Pharmacy, maybe? I think you could actually probably just go Sombra as well. Let's do like a Sombra Genji. I think sticking to goats is the weakness here. Like that comp really does a number on them, and that positioning, because normally what would happen is people will position in Cafe, and then you just get in behind them and push them out, and then they just be stuck on the point, and then you just run on them as goats, and that's how you kill people with goats. But with the comp that like the position Hurricane were occupying, you can't just sort of run on them, and if you try and go to the high ground through like either of the pathways, you're going through like tiny choke points that Junkrat's gonna have a whale of a time on. You could probably still do it. With the D.Va, if you have like full defense matrix, maybe you can just go up there, but it's gonna be tough. Someone's gonna have a hell of a time soloing against this Junker Hanzo. You'd be surprised. You just need one EMP to beat that comp. Like that comp necessitates playing as a big cluster. They just have to be. It'll force them just to constantly spam both doors, so it's gonna be tough. That would be very tough indeed. Osh-Tekk gonna defend using goats. British Hurricane playing Sombra Genji. I'd be Sombra Genji without an Ana. I think Funny Esther is just gonna speed boost and swap to the Ana. If I had to guess, I'd be very surprised if they play this without this. They could also. I would not be surprised rather if I saw them come out of spawn, scout, and then just go goats. And just go like Zen goats or Ana goats. Because I reckon British Hurricane could probably play it better than Osh-Tekk. So don't be surprised if you see some goats on goats. I'll like this from Kib, checking his corners. Good stuff. Makes me happy seeing stuff like that. So there's D.Va, scanning, giving time, and there they go, right back to spawn. Fucking called it. Is it Ana goats or Zen goats? Zen goats. And there we go. And Zen goats does very, very well against Moira goats. Might lose the first fight still, but same goats principles apply. And if they can't get on the Zen, and the Zen can just put a Discord on something and just kill it, then that's what happens. And this could be a very quick match. There we go. Fucking call it.
But British Hurricane aren't letting off the brakes as they're going to shred through Osh-Tekk Warriors if they can just take out that pesky Lucio, get the D-Max D.Va. That's Hollywood going into their favor as well.
Nice. Simple, clean. Should do an analyst desk section. Who have they got on the desk? Geometric doing hosting. Oh, I haven't seen. No, Lafon. I don't know these two people. New people. I need to get back to doing broadcast GG. I think I will, like next season or whatever they're doing. I'll rejoin them. I've just had to like prioritize a bunch of other things at the moment. Oh, backing up. Zen goats, Ana goats. So what will be called as goats goat. It's just the variations on goats. They are lightly spiced different goats comps. But Moira goats is like the default.
sniper on those guys. So
Ana Goats and Zen Goats exists as a response to Moira Goats.
mostly it was Angry Titans who pioneered using tank rushes on Hanamura. Many other teams
And then of course you have Dotes,
scan on high ground to try and take
which
advantage
is the next iteration.
point, but this is
That's
where
kind of shit.
can work, and Osh-Tekk may decide to go for that similar strategy.
I kind of hope that Osh-Tekk don't just try and run Goats into British Hurricane, because I think British Hurricane will just beat them pound for pound.
Did the exact same thing. Just ran
I'd like to see them having prepared something a bit different, but we will see.
flat on their backs.
Just knocked them flat, and looks like Kib's going to be trying to do exactly
So, okay.
once again up on the
They're leaving Spawn with Symmetra. Are they just going to try and teleport people ahead?
targets, especially if you can get a
Oh!
straight away.
Oh! They've left Spawn with the Symmetra.
Pocket and plenty
Oh ho 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 ho! Oh, what is this? What are they doing? What are you up to? This is a teleport comp.
everyone in onto the point, try and circumvent
There it is. There's a teleporter. Right onto point.
He's going to try and
Not...
get
What?
to the point themselves. Already
What?
moving onto the fight. Harry, I do believe I'm a little bit behind you, so everything you've just said is not what's being shown by the audience. But gonna have a little bit of delay. They're using the Symmetra instead. Huge biotic grenade coming out from the
Okay. I was hoping for something a touch cleverer. So, the issue I have with this, okay, is let's think about this from a strategic point of view. So you brought the Symmetra to help you cross the middle of the map, okay? And that is going to let you go right across anywhere. Okay, you can try and go straight to the high ground and close gap. You can maybe go up here. You can maybe try and get a sneaky teleport through here and go like across this way. Nope, instead we're just going to cross straight through the middle of the map. Well, then why not play... Let's see, what do you got here? You got 3 tanks. Why not play a Lucio? Lucio will do exactly the same thing the Symmetra is doing. It will help you cross the middle of the map, but he'll also provide healing, and he'll also provide peel, and he'll also provide other things that are really fucking useful. I think if you're going to incorporate the Symmetra into a comp, you need to do something cleverer than just cross the middle of the map. The teleport has to go like up here or something, right? The teleport has to go on top of this thing, or has to go like across this way. You can't just put the teleport down and just go, oh, well, we're just going to cross through the middle. That's not smart enough. That's not clever enough. Because now you've just got a sim for shits and giggles, effectively. And then even when they come out of the teleporter, it's like they don't know what they're doing. I don't know if this is just a spur of the moment, hey guys, let's try this, but they come out the teleporter and then some people go this way, some people go this way, some people go this way. Like, the plan should be, oh, we just all go on the point. And we try and play from the point. And then the beauty of an anti-heal grenade lands anyway, hits everybody and everybody dies. And I mean, if Sim gets on high charge with the left click, it's scary, but I've seen Seagull play Symmetra and here he puts it on upper left. Yeah, like you do something cleverer with it. You don't just cross the middle. That's a bad idea, I think. If you want to do that, you do Lucio. On the bright side, they're going to have the Sim ult, so they could put a whacking great big wall somewhere. The Sim ult really messes with Ana. Like, really messes with Ana. There we go. Literally right on the enemy team. And they just instantly kill the teleporter. That's actually hilarious. There's the nano boost, and there's everybody dying. And there we go. Sim is now playing Lucio. And now we're just playing Goats. Oh boy. Unfortunately, Cycle Comp has now kicked in, and they're going to run in and get EMP'd and then get killed. They're going to get EMP'd, anti-naded, and then Kib is just going to murder everyone with fusions, and then next fight they're going to get nanoed and just get wrecked. But Nesh is out of position at the moment. Oh no, Osh-Tekk going with a Sombra Ghost. This is like Canada comp. So going to go through high ground. This is honestly fine. They could just try and hack the Diva here, to be honest. Oh. What? What was the plan there? So, okay. So they go take high ground, and then a bunch of wacky shit happens that I don't quite understand. So Osh-Tekk think, okay, well, our win condition for this fight is that we get the grab bomb combo. Okay, fair enough, right? Fair enough. The grab is a beaut. Enemy Diva throws the bomb up, and I think that scares Jazzafina off. When, honestly, I think he should just freaking go for it. Because he just lets the bomb detonate on him, I think, and then uses the bomb, but that's just too late. Because now they're all out of the grab, and now you're losing the fight. So on the bright side, they did get, like, Nash's EMP out. Is it bright side? Osh-Tekk slowly swapping to a counter comp of their own. Honestly, like, you know, I'd be surprised if, yeah, they shouldn't be poking at the moment as well. Although they must assume that Funny Astro has ult, so it's okay, I guess. There's a little bit of poke here. Funny Astro almost has ults. He just wants that little bit more charge. They should let him get it. There we go. And then another Winston. Winston goes into small room. Gets slept. That's a big sleep dart. It's a real nice sleep dart. Okay, this is good. This is good for Osh-Tekk. Now you can get something done here. They need to get a good dive going on something here. This is, like I said, this is what Kib always does. He like uses these rooftops and always slides down from them. Every single time he does these ults. That's all he does. It's how he does it. He generally lands on a slope, and then he'll slide down, and then maybe use it to like charge a punch and just land in front of someone and do this. It's a really cool little tech that he does. But Osh-Tekk just, again, it feels like they have no plan. Like they don't know what they're doing. They're running around in circles, and then it's like, what do we do? What do we do? We're in? Where's the next step of this plan? Like, you got two good dive targets on the enemy team with the Ana and the Zen. Go for them. Just fucking go for them. Trade backlines. Like, don't worry about protecting your Ana. You got a Lucio. Have him follow the dive. If they want to kill your Ana, they're going to kill your Ana with this team comp. Coates theorem. I like that. I like that a lot, Robot. The longer a match gets, the probability that Goat's comp will appear steadily approaches 1. And they don't even touch. Rip. Ripperoni. Oh. I think they're just resetting something. There we go. Did the map crash? Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to get the map wins to beat the series. So already, British Hurricane have won their first series of their run. Okay, no, okay, the map crashed, but I think they're just playing it out as if it didn't, judging from this. Like, they're assuming it didn't, and British Hurricane, like, the most that Osh-Tekk can do is draw. So British Hurricane are 2-0 up. And the series can end as a 2-1 at best. British Hurricane playing with the old cycle comp. I like it. And they should just build towards ults and hopefully win off them. This is all just giving time to let the Sombra get in. Kib's hacked, he can just wait. This is just, again, the idea of this is you let Nash get in. Right? This is all to set Nash up. So yeah, Nash is in. Doesn't really matter that someone's died here, you know? The only thing that Nash shouldn't be doing here is like doing anything too proactive. But they get a hack on the Doomfist and just kill him. I'm honestly impressed that Hurricane just went for this. Winston flubs his jump so he can't do anything as well, and then, yeah, they just get a hack on the Doomfist and kill. And oh no, they didn't. Okay, no, the map's fine. I just didn't see the yellow chevron. It's all good. So there's the Nano. That just, what is? Hello, Visto? You can't just sit there, lad. You got to do something. That Nano needs some value. Alas, I don't think it's going to get any value. And that should just put that to bed. EMP too little too late. And that is Hurricane. 3-0 up in a very quick series. Why is this series... I'm guessing this series isn't just like 4 hours long.
By using his own EMP. Left-hand side of your screen there.
I feel that Hurricane might be outclassing slightly here. I mean, they should be, right? Let me use this opportunity, because this is probably going to end very soon. Let me use this opportunity to have a rant about British Hurricane. British Hurricane should not be in trials. They should not be in trials, and every player on British Hurricane knows it. Why is British Hurricane in trials? For the love of God. Alright, they won the first season, and then for some, like, it's just the weirdest thing that they lost the second. It's so weird how bad they did. I don't know whether they just got comfortable, whether it was just team synergies being bad, I don't know, but there is something rotten at the core of Hurricane.
And of course, Toxin TV is going to be here on the Sombra. Could just be getting some scouting, but it looks like he's actually going to be committing. You can see him on the left-hand side of your screen there, underneath where Nesh currently is hanging out.
They're going to go for a boot? Yeah, there we go. Funny Astro. A very cute boot positioning. He's literally on the wall up here, I think, and just like... Leroy Jenkins! Oh. Osh-Tekk managed to spot it out and just back away. Osh-Tekk running Canada. Just go to the Sombra, mix into it. I like the fact, okay, you hear me talk about pressure a lot, and this is like a brilliant example of pressure. Notice that Hurricane are never actually committing. Notice that this fight doesn't feel like a fight, right? There's just damage going on all over the place, and like people fighting back and forth. Right, you just have damage flying back and forth all over the place, but there's a little bit of progress being made, but Osh-Tekk are in a really uncomfortable position at the moment. Like, Reinhardt's barrier's getting whittled down, D.Va probably doesn't have much defense matrix, good anti-heal grenade lands, it's an opportunity to start doing some stuff. And it's just slow pressure, right? It's nothing like, oh, we're going in to get a pick, no, it's just... slowly grind them down, slowly force them to use all their cooldowns, slowly force them to use all their abilities, and then an anti-heal grenade lands, and then you engage, and they've got nothing to stop you anymore. Or you get a good hack on a D.Va, then you engage, or you get a hack on the Lucio, or something happens that means that you can then move from the pressure state to an engage and get kills. Right, and that is like the fundamental of current pro-level Overwatch, and how it works is you have these pressure moments, and then you try and find a way to transition pressure into kills. Very quick, very decisive kills. It's an interesting path of engage. This, Osh-Tekk should just lose this fight. Do not commit resources to this. They've used Nano and they used EMP. Like, that is the ultimate commit to a huge fight. They've used Doomfist ult as well, which is air. But Osh-Tekk Warriors, let that fight go. Let that fight go. Because now British Hurricane don't really have any good offensive options. Primal Rage is going to be a big one, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Fusions just go for it here. And just maybe knock some people off. Looks like he's just going to wait. Osh-Tekk are going to try the same path again. Honestly, kind of why not, I think. Like, they can't do that same defense again. They cannot Nano and EMP again. So, this is just position. There we go. Fusions has gone in. They can't play on the point at the moment if Fusions is primal raging. It's actually very difficult for them to do. Yeah, they want to try and set Fusions up here. So nice rotation. It's nice to see them all do it together as well. Like, they're all moving as one big unit. They're trying to, like, Osh-Tekk know they can't move onto this bridge. If they do Fusions, it's just going to knock people off. So, good patience. But Osh-Tekk, like, need to be building towards... I don't get how Fusions gets that kill. How does the Sombra die to this? She's low, she's low, she's low. Maybe she gets caught? Yeah, she gets spotted. She gets hacked. Nesh finds her and hacks her.
to Toxin, denying the EMP that was now available for Osh-Tekk. Fire the grenade is there, the offensive trigger should come in from British Hurricane.
Good anti-grenade, but
they have control of the goods.
there's the grab. Where's the follow-up? Where's the Diva Bomb? Where's the anything? Diva Bomb is late. Why is it late? Like, the grab is good. Where is the ult? Why is this so slow? Ooh, no. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that EMP. Oh, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick. It is a beauty of a boot, but oh, that EMP. Oh, God, let's watch that again. Oh, the fight is just going so badly at the moment. It doesn't even catch the sound barrier. Two people, okay, in fairness, one of the people dies pretty much as the EMP goes off, but the other, like, ooh, you aren't winning this fight. Oh, no. I don't know about that one. Swaps to Tracer. Honestly, my name is Ohm and I endorse this swap to Tracer. Like, if you've just blown the EMP. But British Hurricane, they go into this fight with two massive ults. As long as nobody fucks up here, I don't see how British Hurricane lose this fight. Like, someone has to really badly mess up. And EMP? There it is. Pop. Yeah. There's not much to say about this. Like, British Hurricane can throw everything at the wall. Would be nice if Nesh was slightly more in position to catch all this stuff, and they could have just won off the back of the nano boost, perhaps. But the Diva Bomb, the Doomfist ult, it's all connecting. Everything just links up, and it's the first time I've seen Kib actually try and land on someone with a Doomfist ult and he dies, so just reinforcing his normal behavior, I guess. Desperation. Oh god, we need to touch swaps coming out of the Sombra and the Hammond. Fusion's going to try for it. Oh. He's going to stay on the Lucio, judging from things. Oh, that frame rate. Oh, that frame rate. Oh, whoever's producer needs a better computer. Buy them one stat. With the $0 that Broadcast GG earns. It always makes you feel really bad. Like, Broadcast GG works so freaking hard. Blizzard must be, like, rubbing their hands together, honestly. Like, well, we've got this huge thing that's just doing it for free. Producing a tournament for us for free. Okay, that was a fast one.
Guess what, guys? We're British Hurricane. We are London Spitfire, the winner of
Hurricane. How's that? We don't have it. Take someone from contender. 3 weeks of competition go on. To get a
so British Hurricane need to push 56 meters. They need to just get around the first corner. Hurricane should just play cycle comp and just win. I need to snooze.
And let's just talk about British Hurricane's choice here.
Osh-Tekk, I would like to see Osh-Tekk try quad tank and just try the spawn door hold. Like, you either win at the spawn doors and then stall them out, or you lose them out. Actually, I don't think there's a way for Osh-Tekk to win this. I think no matter what, British Hurricane know how to win this. If you do the quad tank spawn door hold, then they'll just go goats and just build grab diva and then win on that. If you try and match them with cycle comp, then they will just eventually build up enough ults to win. Is European Overwatch just goats? It's not just goats, but it is largely goats. Goats is the fallback. Looks like they might actually do that, just from Kib and Nash. Yeah, they're going goats. Like, goats is the default. They're going Zen goats. Yes.
In the back trying to come in with a hack, for now it's just SMG power and he's not quite doing a huge amount of damage. Rocket falls to half health, but Funny Astro and Happy Cool gonna be peeling back. Like,
European Overwatch is very heavily based on can you play goats. If you play goats better than the enemy, it's up to the enemy to do something different. So the UK versus France was a very good example of that. And goats is a very technical, like it's very very weird to say because it's very easy to like turn your brain off and think, oh, it's just goats. It's actually really fucking technical in how to optimize goats is a really really precise thing to do. A lot of it is determined to like the Zarya playing, the Reinhardt playing. No, on a lot of teams you'll actually see, because generally like most comps, right, run, you know, tank plus diva, right? You have these two playing these two. What will often happen though is teams will swap it, so the off-tank player will play the Zarya and the DPS player will play the diva, because the diva's job is actually a lot simpler than the off-tank's player. And the off-tank player is generally better at diva than the DPS player, better at Zarya rather than the DPS player. So there's like little refinements going on here. So this is just a lot of pressuring. This is okay for British Hurricane. Osh-Tekk, I say, should engage using the Coalescence here. I think they're letting British Hurricane get away with murder. Yeah, they needed to do this more decisively. Like, the advantage you have with Moira Goats is that you have Coalescence before the enemy team has anything. And you can just put the Coalescence through the enemy team and do tons of damage. What ends up happening is they wait just a little bit too long. And British Hurricane just end up picking off this though. So again, it's that like minor moments where it's just Osh-Tekk just aren't coordinated enough. It's just costing them. Like a player's making a play, but other players aren't also helping him do that. And it's these little desynchronizing moments that is causing them a lot of problems. So like Reinhardt goes to make a play, but doesn't have the Coalescence on him already, and so therefore he's going to get stunned out, killed, and dies.
Insane player, dude. Insane at the same time. So we're gonna need
I like them highlighting that, oh, funny, Astro got a sound barrier as fast as Moira got a Coalescence. Technically not true. Actually, I think you'll find that Moira got this a lot faster, and also it's, you know, it's Lucio. He's doing damage to do this, being honest, but there we go, 20% difference. And this is what I mean, like this like just fucking go with the Coalescence, but he just waits and waits and waits, and this is where Funny Astro builds, because he's just healing up all this stuff. And then he lands a shot, I think, on the Reinhardt maybe, and then there we go. Just instantly ults. Notice he ults straight away. He doesn't wait, doesn't have to set anything up. No, Osh-Tekk should know that the win condition with this Coalescence is you either get a hack on the backline, and you try and let Toxin set up and get a hack, or you get the Coalescence and you just engage with the Coalescence. And as long as everyone's near full hit points when you put that on, it's fine.
In favor of the team on the path to redemption.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Funny Astro?
And I like what Trid did there, by the way, as a caster. Let's listen. So one of the things with tournaments, of course, is you build a narrative for tournaments, and British Hurricane, you need to, like...
Can do 4-0 series in favor of the team on the path to redemption.
The path to redemption. That is the storyline that you go with British Hurricane. 100%. British Hurricane need to enter this tournament, and the way I would structure it is they have something to prove, right? This is the Season 1 contenders winners. They should stomp this tournament. They should absolutely stomp this tournament. They have better support around them than a lot of the other teams. They have everything going for them. But, wow, that is a long be right back. Oh my lord, that's a long be right back. So what's the other series that they did? We have Org. Same to analysts. Who's casting this? I'm curious. It's Kenobi and Rapture. I'm curious. Oh, we have Org. Midna, Zergy. Oh, it's good. It's good to see Zergy on a team. It's so good to see Zergy on a team. Zergy is like, I think he might still be 16 years old. No, I think he's like 14 years old or something. And he plays with a fucking trackball. He is the trackball god. I've seen it in person at Insomnia. It is insane. When do you finally cast something? I can confirm now that the original plan was actually to try and get me and Ryan to do the gala, but that just didn't work out, which is annoying. So I think that's going to be Leg Day and Jaws casting that, or Leg Day and Trade maybe. Me and Ryan were in the running to try and do that, but we just didn't get it. So that was going to be the plan. There is something in the works, but that's more long term. But I think next time Broadcast GG start doing something, I think I'll jump back in on that one. I'm tempted to come up to them, like even during Contenders Trials, and just go, hey guys, like, you know, I want to cast stuff again. But it's a bit of a dick move, and like I think Mushi will be 100% right to just say no, because they already have a lot of casters, and then it's like, well, if you're going to be part of a project, you should be kind of part of it from the start, you know. So that's sort of why I have not cast anything in a little while. Basically, I can't afford to take days off at the moment to do casting stuff. Is the big thing. We will not do this one. I will finish up the stream now. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you everyone for stopping by as well. Scrim Central, we could do some Scrim Central stuff. The thing is, I would need a different partner, or I'd need to like poke Ryan to do it. But we shall see. I think the other thing, like real talk, just with me for about 2 minutes, is that I need to do casting that will further my career. And Scrim Central kind of doesn't offer that, unfortunately. And if I'm not doing casting to favor my to push my career forward, then like if I give up a Saturday and exhaust my voice on a Saturday with like a 6-hour cast, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be real tough. Like there's no incentive for me to do that, if that makes sense. Especially with how the stream's been lately and how Overwatch streaming in general has been lately, it's like there's no good purpose to doing that, and that's kind of a shame. Aside from just practicing the craft, but I can do that in other ways that aren't going to destroy me for a day. So yeah. Right, thank you for watching. Thank you everyone who stopped by on the stream as well. I do miss doing Probing the Many. It's been quiet in Pro Overwatch, but there's Contenders Trials going on at the moment at least, and there should be some more stuff coming up soon. Should be good. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the stream, those that did. Orobot, Gohan, See in the Wood, Cloud, Dadiz, Sunset Sun, Rumpeldumple, and that's everyone. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we'll probably do more duos with Sty. I might nudge Sty and say, hey, do you mind tweeting out that we're doing this? Or some shit, but if I do that, just keep in mind the chat might be a clusterfuck.
Welcome
so
to
brace yourselves for that.
Monthly.
Hey, thank you, Moran, as well.
Coffee.
Hugely appreciated. Otherwise, yeah, do stop by. Some Blackout tomorrow. I might try and play some Overwatch in the evening as well tomorrow as well, because I don't just want to abandon it. Thanks for showing up. Of course. Got nothing else to do with my life. Right, I'll see you next time.